Hey, welcome in to Feeling You with Vic the Brick Jacobs and me, PJ. How
Yeah.
are you guys? Great to have everybody here. Victor, you look beautiful today. You look so summery.
Well, that's what it's all about. We celebrate the seasons.
Yeah.
We celebrate this crazy heat. And
Yes.
if you're a Laker fan, you are celebrating the opting in of LeBron James for at least one more season at $54.6 million. And that's a large story, even though it was always on the brink of being done. We never
Yep.
knew until Clutch Management and LeBron make the announcement that they are in the Laker fold for next year at 54.6
Yeah.
million dollars, which is smart. But he wants to monitor every Laker move in the offseason. He knows his seasons are dwindling. This will
Yep.
this will be his what 23rd season
Yes.
in the NBA. He's 40
Yeah.
years fresh, creative, and free.
Yeah. Yeah.
He wants to know that the Lakers are making every move possible to win the championship, not just, get into the first round again and get obliterated, by a Minnesota Timberwolves. He wants to win. And of course, with Mark Walter being the principal owner right now and his amazing resources and his will to win, I think LeBron has made the right move, PJ.
I think so. I agree with you. I think I think it's do or die for the Lakers this year. I don't know who they can pick up to solidify that team enough. I mean, Austin Reeves is one of my favorite players, but he got marginalized during the playoffs, I thought.
We got exploited. He had a very tough series against
Very tough
Minnesota.
series. And, who are we going to get that can run with these young teams that are out there, and to have LeBron as an anchor is great. And Luca, fantastic. We need three quick guys that can score on the outside and run. And I don't know where we're going to find them. Maybe we will. I hope we will, but you never know, right? You never know what's going to go down. Finney Smith, although he opted out, I believe he's going to come back in. He just wants more money, right?
Well, it was a $15.4 million option for Finney Smith, and he was a valuable member of the Lakers. Let's face it,
What?
there's not many guys uh, besides the big three,
Yeah.
who really contribute. Hachimura, Finney Smith. Uh, there wasn't many guys
No.
who really pitched in and,
Yeah.
and, and and helped, LeBron and Luca and Austin.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he was I believe, a valuable cog. He played excellent defense, Finney Smith.
I
He
think
could hit
so.
the three.
Yeah.
And JJ Redick, as you saw in the playoffs, used him pretty heavily. I think he averaged like 35 minutes a game
Yep.
in the playoffs. So Finney Smith is valuable. Hopefully he comes back. It's $15.4 million. The Lakers have the money. They can pay him. If it's all about money, it usually is. They can get Finney Smith, back in the fold. But Finney Smith is not going to take you to the championship. They need more pieces, PJ. They need
I
a lot.
know.
They need more pieces. I like what they did in the draft. They
Yeah.
were at 55 in the second round. They traded up to 36 with some cash. They didn't lose anything, but they got from 55 to 36 and picked up, the kid 6'8" out
Yes.
of Arkansas, Adu. Uh, he is a magnificent physical dude.
He's
Adu is 6'8", 250,
yeah.
can't shoot. He shoots
No.
like 28 point from three, 28% from three, but Adu has incredible potential upside. He could crack the team. I believe he's going to make the team.
You think
Adu
so?
could
You
make the
think?
team. I
I
do.
mean, I like it a lot. I know they're looking for that center strength, but I mean, we need a shooter. We need shooters. What happened to Pozinga? He should have. Why didn't we take him? Why didn't we grab him?
Porzingis
Yes.
from the Celtics because he's damaged goods. You saw him in the playoffs. Very in and out. I don't believe he was the answer for the Lakers. Porzingis, ex-Laker. I think the fans would have not been very happy about getting an ex-Celtic rather. And
Wouldn't like it.
no, Porzingis was not the answer. But the Celtics are
Yes.
just salary dumping. The
Yeah.
Lakers are not salary dumping.
No.
Celtics are.
Yeah.
With Tatum out for the year, with the Achilles tear, he's out for the next season. Celtics are in bad shape, so they're dumping. Maybe Jaylen Brown could be next for them. the bottom line, the draft for the Lakers, I thought was good. They picked up Dixon, the #1 college basketball scorer,
Yeah.
uh, in a two-way deal. So they were very active. Even after the draft was over, Lakers kept moving, kept dealing, kept hustling. So Palinka's on the, Palinka's he's making it happen, man. Palinka knows he's got to get this team together
Yeah.
because LeBron's window is drawing to a close.
Yep.
Still playing great basketball, LeBron, but even he knows I've got to monitor every Laker move. I've got to make sure, in my mind, that they're doing everything they can to win. I think the Lakers are, but seeing what Oklahoma City did, in the
Oh,
playoffs, that's the blueprint of victory, PJ.
I
They
can't.
looked fantastic. The youngest team, second youngest team ever to win the championship, like 25 and a half years average.
Yep.
And, you know, Alexander, MVP of the regular season, MVP, wins the Bill Russell MVP in the finals. That was an amazing accomplishment for Shea Alexander. Congratulations, Oklahoma City Thunder. Thunderstruck. We predicted
The whole
Oklahoma City in
thing.
7. We predicted them in 7. They won in
Yeah.
7. I just felt it was going to be back and forth, and it was. Indiana, again, sensational team, but losing their heart and soul, PJ.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
losing their heart and soul again to the Achilles. I mean,
Yeah.
Halliburton goes down in the first half. They hung tough. They played good for a half, but that third quarter, Oklahoma City's relentless defense,
Yeah.
incredible. The
Yeah.
bench was sensational. You know,
Sensation.
Caruso, again, Alex Caruso wins his
Oh,
second title. Former
a
Laker,
former Laker.
former Laker. This is such a perfect guy to have on a team.
Wow.
Plays the great defense,
Yeah.
hits the three,
Yeah.
knows how to win,
Yeah.
makes the big play. Lakers don't have that guy coming off the bench. That's
I don't
all.
believe it.
Their bench is very thin.
Very thin.
You need 8, 9 guys to win a championship. Oklahoma City Thunder proved it, and that's what the Lakers need. But again, we give kudos
Yeah.
to OKC,
Yeah.
and kudos to Indiana. I mean, losing Halliburton. I mean,
Yeah.
who knows if he was healthy, what would have happened? They were a team they were a team of destiny, Indiana.
Yeah. They were. They really were. But
But
and next year they could do it. Halliburton stays healthy. They've got a great team. No one's going anywhere. And same for OKC, right? They're going to have pretty much their same team
oh, same
next
squad.
year. So
They
both
just
those
and
teams,
they just signed Kyron Williams.
yeah,
The big dude who made some very big buckets.
yeah,
Forget that big 40-point game.
yeah.
So he's in the fold. I believe SGA's got
SGA,
another year he left.
yeah,
But Indiana, Halliburton's going to be out for the year.
I
But
know.
when you tear that Achilles, you're out for the next season.
Yeah,
And why so many Achilles injuries?
yeah,
Even Adam Silver, the commissioner, that question was put to him. They're going to do a lot of research on it because why so many Achilles injuries? They were gigantic.
yeah,
Uh, they impacted the NBA playoffs. It was terrible to see these great players go down. The Tatums, the Halliburtons. It's very very rough to see. And why tearing of the Achilles? But the NBA will be doing research and hopefully they find out why.
yeah,
Something in the conditioning. We'll see. But the draft. Everyone was very hopeful after the NBA draft.
yep,
Clippers got a big guy, a big Swiss guy, 6'11" guy to back up Zoo.
yep.
Niedenhofer and Niedenfuhr, Niedenhofer. Uh,
Need
they
help.
got he's a big dude, but maybe cracked the team.
Yeah,
But Zubac is I believe a sensational center. But it'll be nice for the Clippers to have a backup center.
it will.
But the big joke of the draft was New Jersey with 5 first-round picks, and they all pretty much sucked.
Yeah,
Everyone's down on New Jersey's 5 first-round picks.
yeah, yeah. I know, I know. Well, Cooper Flagg went to Dallas. He was the best out there.
The best.
Yeah, yeah. So they got lucky there.
Well, Nico Harrison's job is safe for the moment, even though he traded Luka, got a lot of heat, of course, in Dallas. But picking up Cooper Flagg,
Yeah,
he just bounced their way. The ping pong balls bounced for Dallas.
yep,
I'm not going to say it's fixed. I don't believe in that. I don't think the league believes in fixing
yeah,
the ping pong balls. But Cooper Flagg's going to Dallas, And now you got Anthony Davis, you got Cooper Flagg,
Yep.
you got Kyrie Irving. That's a
Yes.
big three. That's a big three.
Big,
And
big.
Jason Kidd's excellent coach. Dallas is going to compete next year. They're going to be tough.
They're going to be tough. Yeah, they're going to be tough. I think, going back to the Lakers just for a second, I think we have all the pieces in place with Mark Walters, with JJ as the coach. I really believe in those guys. I believe in JJ. I just think, and I'm going to keep saying it, we have to come up with where they're going to get a couple of guys that can run with these young teams. Where are we going to get them? And maybe we will. Maybe we got one in the draft, but who knows? But if we don't, I think we'll look stagnant in the playoffs again, and we will not make it to the important rounds. I just
Well,
it's a way to look.
LeBron will be counting his $54.6 million.
He'll be sitting on that.
He'll
He
be
loves
sitting on that, but he made the right move. He's 8 years now. Can you believe it? He's 8 years a Laker.
Unbelievable.
Eight
Yeah,
years a
yeah.
Laker for I mean, time just crazy flies. You know that it crazy flies, and
Victor, who will retire his number? Will it be Cleveland?
Cleveland,
Yeah,
Cleveland,
yeah,
uh, um, embraced sort of by the Laker fans.
yeah,
Uh, he set records. As in a Laker uniform, most points. Passing Jabbar.
yeah,
He's won a title with the Lakers. So he will be a Laker, important part of his career. But I believe when it comes down to it, he's from Akron, Ohio.
yeah,
He went back to Cleveland to get Cleveland a title. He did that. I believe
yeah,
he will give love, to
yeah,
Cleveland as he always has. But
yeah.
you're right, PJ. The Lakers are in good hands in ownership.
Yep,
Uh, we believe in Mark Walter. He's a
yep,
sensational owner.
yes,
You could see what he has done with the Dodgers the last 10 years.
yeah.
JJ had an amazing rookie year
Love him.
as a head coach.
Yeah,
He really did. Their regular season, they
yep,
overachieved. Unfortunately, they ran into a very young,
yeah,
hungry, taller,
yeah,
more athletic Timberwolf team in the first round. They got buried. But listen, they know what they must do, and this draft I think may have helped the Lakers a little bit. That second round pick.
yep.
His family, I believe, was from Mali in West Africa.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
he went to Kentucky, followed Calipari into Arkansas, and who knows? He could be a breakout star. He's a gem. They say he should have been a first round pick.
Yep.
So they got a gem there, but obviously Palinka's worth is just beginning because they got a long way to go, PJ.
Yeah,
A
I know.
long way to go. So
It'll be fun to see.
it'll be fun to see it. Gong me, Ukes. Wow.
There she is. Well, what are
A
we going to
long
do
way
with
to go, Lakers, but you're working on it.
what are we going to do with the Knicks? They have no coach.
Oh, I'm so glad you mentioned the Knicks.
Yeah.
They want to now interview Dawn Staley, the women's coach for South Carolina Gamecocks.
Oh, okay.
Listen, I love women's coaching. I love the game.
Yeah.
They know the game. They might know the game, better than the men. They have great
Yeah.
skill set.
They
But
have good.
Dawn Staley is not the way to go. Listen, Thibodeau got you within 2 games of the finals. You can't be looking into the college ranks. You can't be looking at Dawn Staley. That's desperation. But
Yeah.
the whole firing again. Look at me. I'm still a wreck.
I know.
When they got rid of Tibbs,
Yeah.
it was reckless. It was clueless. I mean, it was the worst maneuver in New York since Carl Anthony Towns trying to play the pick and roll. I mean, it was so stupid because there
Yeah.
was no plan A, there was no plan B, there's no plan C.
Yeah. They were game planning.
I mean, now Dawn Staley, I mean, listen, like I said, put a call into Walt Frazier. He's right there. He's a legend. And I'd call Phil Jackson as well. But they're interviewing Mike Brown,
Yeah.
Taylor Jenkins, Barrejo. Uh, these guys are not in the same class as Thibodeau. New York Knicks, again, you're lost in confusion. You see the brick.
Give
You
it to
see
them.
the brick.
They deserve it.
Yes, you
They
freak.
deserve it.
Gong me, Ukes. Yeah.
I'm telling you, they earned that brick. They earned it. They got Malone floating out there. He's the same kind of coach as Thibodeau was, though, but he's out there.
He's been floating for a month, ever since he was his first selection, but it doesn't seem like nothing's moving with Michael Malone.
I don't know why. I mean, who would you rather choose if you had it but between those two, Staley or Malone?
I'm going to listen. It's not about Staley. I
I
believe
know.
that's just a desperation
Yeah.
interview. But
Yeah.
Michael Malone is the closest thing to Tibbs. And yes, he is very, very similar to Tibbs, but he's won a championship with the Nuggets just a couple years ago.
He's an amazing coach. I always loved the way he coached.
And
And
he's from Queens. He's from New York City.
makes sense.
He's
Makes
got the
sense.
New York flavor. He gets it. He
Yeah.
understands Madison Square Garden, the crowd, the New York basketball fan. He understands it.
Yeah.
This would be a no-brainer hire after making one of the most flagrant mistakes in basketball history.
Yeah. For me, it's the only way they could even start to buy it back. You know, that terrible
Yes.
mistake they made would be to get Malone because they could act like that was in the back of their mind, even though we know it wasn't. But they could act that way and that they were circling back to try to get Malone at the right time. That's the only way. Anybody else they hire, I believe, is going to be less than Malone, and it's going to look bad for Dolan and his whole team. It really is.
Well, Leon Rose and Dolan have already
Yeah.
sucked up the brick,
Yeah.
and they'll be sucking up more bricks if they don't make the decision quickly. Because keeping the New York fans in limbo like this
Yeah.
also very, very painful.
Yeah.
To watch the draft now,
Yeah.
to watch Oklahoma City Thunder win the championship. Enough already. Get the
Yeah.
Knicks back on track and some track.
Yeah. Let's go.
Back to respectability. Let's go.
Let's
But
talk about a winning team, the
the
Dodgers.
Dodgers.
How about that? Let's talk about the Dodger blue, even though they blew it yesterday. But, games are games, I have, you know me, I love Dave Roberts, but I've got my issues with him, the way he manages sometimes. And I mean, just talking about yesterday's game, Ohtani out there pitching 2 innings, not one this time, two perfect innings, not wasting pitches, throwing 102 miles per hour. And Vic, he takes him out. I mean, that's crazy. It's crazy sauce. He brought in Kasperi, who he likes to bring in after him, and he gave up a bunch of runs, up to 6 runs. He should have kept Ohtani in, let him go at least 4 innings. Why does he do this? What's wrong with this guy?
PJ, I believe you're pitching with your heart right now
Yeah,
because the plan is to work him up slowly.
yeah,
2 innings was his max. I believe that was the right move. I don't want Otani pitching more than 2 innings right now. Maybe in his next start he gets three. He pitched, 28 pitches is enough for Otani. And again, you mentioned it. His fastest ever pitch clocked at 102 miles per hour.
yeah,
2 innings, flawless, one
yeah.
strikeout,
Yep.
one soft contact hit. But,
Beautiful,
but
beautiful.
but that was the plan. 2 innings for Otani, then bring in Kasparius. That was the game plan. And I'm down with that. I don't want to, overwork Otani right now. We don't need to overwork Otani-san right now. He's on a perfect flow
Yeah,
for his comeback. Remember, he had Tommy John surgery, PJ.
I know.
He's hitting every day. You don't want to rush him back. This is the process of Dave Roberts and the process of the Dodger organization. And they're lucky enough that Kershaw is back pitching beautiful baseball.
Beautiful.
3 strikeouts shy of the 3,000 strikeout milestone. But the bottom line is, I like what they're doing with Ohtani-san, and he has
You're
20.
happy with it, then are you happy with the fact that Dave Roberts is saying maybe the days we pitch him, we drop him in the batting
Oh,
rotation?
that's fine. Absolutely. I'm fine with it.
You're
They
fine
can
with
drop
that?
him to three or four, more
Yeah,
chances to drive and runs.
yeah.
Gives him a chance. He doesn't have to hustle in from the bullpen and change the equipment. But Ohtani-san, such a freak of nature. He's so
Oh my
beautiful.
God.
He's so beautiful. He's
Yeah.
so beautiful. Ohtani-san.
Yes.
Ooh, gong me yukes. Ichiban #1. I mean, 29 homers. PG leads the league in runs scored with 79. I mean, he's on a pace for a Dodger record, 158 runs scored in a season. He gets
Amazing.
on base. He makes things happen. His power isn't, off the charts, crazy. Um,
Victor,
I like.
innings.
Listen, I
Yeah,
can't see it working out any more perfectly
yeah.
in the Ohtani-san plan. This is to me, Dodgers. Most wins in baseball.
Yep.
And how about Clayton Kershaw, PJ?
Oh, the K's are coming with Kershaw. he's giving me Jack in the Box, free Jack in the Box every day. All those
Seven
strikeouts.
seven strikeouts, and you get the free hamburger the next day.
That's right. Yeah.
But yeah, but Clayton has just been just off the hook. I mean, tremendous. Four straight wins. It's not about the strikeouts. He
No.
gets people out. That curveball is working. The
Yep.
slider's working.
Yep.
The fastball looks faster than it is because his other pitches, his arsenal is tremendous.
Yeah.
He's healthy, and he's such a competitor. PJ,
He is.
18th season,
Unbelievable.
all as a
Unbelievable.
Dodger.
Yep.
And I think that definitely enhances, his legend.
Yeah, I do too.
Being on one team enhances your legend. Just like obviously, we didn't get to Kevin Durant, being traded, to Houston, but Kevin Durant's a Hall of Famer, but he's on so many teams
So many
that
teams.
that taints you.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Kershaw, 18 years a Dodger, that enhances your
Yeah.
legacy.
That's right.
And Kershaw has just been incredible. Dodgers have been incredible.
That's
So many All Stars.
seven, like seven or something.
Can
Seven.
we count them?
Yeah.
You start with Otani, you go to Mookie because he's
Yeah.
played incredible shortstop. You're hitting 260, but still playing just an amazing shortstop.
Right.
Not his natural position. Freddie Freeman, All Star,
Yeah.
tremendous hitter, tremendous first baseman. That scoop that saved the game.
Oh, that
I'm,
was unbelievable. That
I'm
stretch, I felt the pain from here.
Stretch and
That
scoop.
stretch.
Oh man, Freddie
Telling you.
Freeman. His
Wow.
defense is so underrated.
Yeah.
Just a tremendous ball player.
Yeah.
You know,
Tremendous.
Will Smith, America's catcher,
Of course.
All Star.
Yeah.
Teoscar Hernandez, sensational RBI guy,
That's five.
All Star. Andy Pajes, you got to put, he's on the brink, he's on the
He's
edge.
on the edge. He's not in yet, but he's on the edge.
And Max Muncy, like 50 RBIs in 2 months. Are you kidding me?
Come on. I mean, who's he up against there? Machado? The
Machado,
the
and I
finger
got a
man?
story on Machado for you.
Yeah.
I got a story on Machado
Okay.
that was buried, but I found it with my beloved bride, Yuko Sakamoto. Gong me, Ukes. Oh, we got a little
Beautiful.
Machado.
Beautiful.
Just
I
when
want
you
to hear
think he's in the clear behavior-wise and, getting his act together. He's having an excellent year, Machado.
Yeah.
Remember, he was an ex-Dodger.
Yeah, of course. They didn't like him then.
Well, he says, I don't hustle. That's
Yeah.
not my game. I don't
Yeah.
hustle.
Yeah.
And that left, a bitter taste in Dodger fans' mouths
Right.
because we want players to hustle.
Right.
So apparently, during the last series, the Dodgers took 2 out of 3 from the Padres. He had a souvenir in his hand, a foul ball, and he had it in his hand, PJ, and he looks up at the crowd like he's about to fling the foul ball into the Dodger Stadium crowd, and he
Mhm.
gives the crowd the one finger salute.
Oh, wow.
And
Wow.
I saw this and I said, Machado, step back, man.
Yeah.
What are you thinking? How dare you? How
Yeah.
dare just throw the souvenir in the crowd?
Yeah.
Don't harass the crowd. Don't agitate the
Idiot.
crowd.
Yeah.
Machado, you see the brick.
Give
You
it to
see
him.
it, Machado. You freak. How dare you?
Yeah.
Dog me, Ukes. Machado, you're a freak.
You're a freak. And now they were booing you before. Wait till the next time you show up on the Dodger field. What's
Well, it's a
gonna
great rivalry,
Yeah.
Dodgers Padres, but
Yeah.
Dodgers are extending.
Yep.
But again, it's a long season,
Yep.
and the Padres will be there. The hated ones are kind of slipping back a little bit, but they played good ball. They're playing good ball. We're only halfway through the season. It's a freaking marathon, PJ.
It's a marathon. It's unbelievable. And we forgot to mention, but we got off track a little bit. Tommy Edman, who I think is all-star for sure. I think he's going to be. He's my favorite
I
player.
know you love Tommy.
I love Tommy.
I don't know if he's all-star capable with
He's
those
got to be
numbers.
there. He's
I
got to
love him.
be.
I love him. I think he's on the edge, but I think
Okay.
Pages has a better shot than Tommy Edman. Well,
What
Tommy's
about
so
Mookie?
consistent.
What about Mookie?
Oh, Mookie's
Between
in.
Mookie and Pages.
Mookie's in.
Yeah.
Mookie's definitive.
Yeah.
But Pages, no one knows from Pages. Dodger fans know Pages is having a breakout season. But the rest of baseball might not give the love to Pages because the Dodgers already will have 6, 7 All-Stars.
Give me a second. I have to go vote for Tommy again. Let me just.
Give
Yeah,
some
one
love
more
to Tommy
vote
Edman.
for Tommy.
He's so consistent. I love him.
Oh, I love it.
Well, a great fielder, clutch hitter,
Yeah.
just a spark plug. Remember NLCS MVP last year.
Yeah.
Where would the Dodgers be without Tommy Edman? I
No.
mean, he was so he's amazing. He's an amazing ball player.
Amazing ball player.
And
Love the guy.
and then a sidebar: the Angels, Ronnie Washington.
Yes.
We wish him a quick heal. He's out for the season as manager of the Angels with health concerns. He got him to 500, PJ.
Yeah.
He got the Angels to the 500. They're
He
within
did.
a game of the wild card. Ron
Yeah.
Washington, under the radar, has done a really sensational job,
Yeah.
with the lousy Angels.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I hope he comes back and I hope he's all right. He's a good guy and he hasn't looked that healthy to me lately, but I'm glad he's taking care of himself and getting himself healthy.
Ron Washington, we wish you a very, very quick heal.
Yes.
And in homage, one of the great ones, Paul, who I loved growing up, PJ, was the Cobra, Dave Parker,
Oh, of course.
who passed.
Yeah.
We are family, legend of
Mhm.
the Pittsburgh Pirates,
Yes.
the Cobra,
The Cobra.
Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
So sad he was going to be inducted this summer into the Hall of Fame.
The big man.
6'5",
Big man.
250. At that time when he came up in the early 70s, PJ, there wasn't that many, big dudes like that. So intimidating. Him and Stargell,
Right.
in the Pittsburgh lineup was so intimidating at that time. And they won a World Series. He won an MVP.
What did
Uh,
they, what was their slogan? Lightning and lumber, I think.
Lightning and Lumber, I
And the
like it.
lumber were those two guys.
Woo, unbelievable. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
sensational ball player.
Yeah.
Dave Parker, much love, and your legacy is strong, and we love you, Dave.
Yeah.
He was one of my heroes growing up. I always loved Dave
Oh,
Parker. Um,
good
the,
guy.
the Cobra, the Cobra.
Cobra.
Switching over to football, PJ.
Oh,
I just saw a story from a TJ Husmanzada, former
yeah.
Cincinnati Bengal wideout, who has gone in the face of all these reports out of the Cleveland Brown quarterback camp that Shador Sanders has really slipped into like last place of the four quarterbacks,
Really?
even though the stats are that he was the most accurate. But Husmanzada, who knows this stuff, has got inside sources, says they were not the top receivers. They were like second, third
Hmm.
in the depth chart, and he has sunk along with Flacco has sunk in the depth chart.
And don't
And
tell me that Winston has moved up.
Gabriel, Dylan
And Gabriel?
Gabriel
Yeah.
has moved up.
Yeah.
So there is some flux in that Cleveland quarterback mix.
Oh my gosh.
Who knew?
I mean, not Winston, Watson, right? Watson? Isn't Watson in there? In the
I know they got Gabriel,
yeah, they got Gabriel.
and they got
Pickett. They got Pickett.
Pickett.
Yeah, Pickett.
Pickett
That's the one I'm thinking of.
Pickett moved up.
Yeah.
So these guys, apparently, according to Husmanzada,
Yeah.
have the inside track. But who knows? It was it was just a mandatory mini camp. But apparently, Shador's stats. Everyone wants Shador, to succeed,
Yeah.
and they may have overemphasized his statistics. According to Husmanzada.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah,
That's big
Pickett.
news.
Yeah, Pickett, inside track
Yeah.
with Gabriel, the rookie out of Oregon. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. It's crazy.
It's crazy. I had my money on Flacco to start the season, and then I was thinking he would start it, and then I really was thinking that at some point Sanders would come in and take over. That was my thinking on that, but I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know. I don't know. It sounds
Well,
like other plans.
you don't know. I mean, it changes,
Yeah.
week to week.
Yeah.
But I still think I believe you're right, PJ. Joe Flacco has been there.
Yeah.
He's won a Super Bowl. He knows the offense. He's won a lot of games in the National Football League.
Yeah.
I would start with Flacco, and let Shador watch Flacco for a few, for at least a month and a half.
Yeah.
But not so bad to have all these quarterbacks. And people were criticizing the Browns having all these quarterbacks. Why not?
Why
Why
not?
not? Let them
Yeah.
battle it out. See
They
what.
have Giants have as many as they have. Giants have the same thing with all their quarterbacks, right?
I know
They have
it's
a
great.
ton of those two teams have like five each, 4 or 5 quarterbacks each. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. But they're the ones with Wilson and Winston and Dart, right? They've got Dart.
You
I
have
like Dart.
They got Dart. They got,
Jackson Dart.
but they're still a lousy team. You know, the Giants and
Yeah,
Jets.
yeah, they're not going anywhere. But
You know, it's a flotsam and jetsam organizations. But listen, everyone has hope at this point. Everyone has a lot of hope.
yeah,
But
that's
again,
right.
I am so cavilling for Wimbledon. Are you into the splendor in the grass, PJ?
Oh yes, of course, of course. I love Wimbledon. It's a great, great thing. I wish I could go.
Ah,
I wish I could go. I'd like to
how,
be sitting there.
wouldn't it have been wild to have gone to that wedding in Venice with Lauren Sanchez,
Woo.
our girl
$240
Lauren,
million wedding.
$50 million. I mean,
I
it
know,
was
I was
wild.
joking, but yeah, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
I mean, people in Venice were going crazy, saying, one percent. They were protesting. Bezos having fake Bezos floating in the canals.
Yeah.
I say, you know what? Let them have some fun. Let them. If they want to have a crazy wedding, let them have a crazy wedding.
But nice if you would have put that money into our economy,
Right? I
right?
mean, Venice should be saying thank you.
They should be
Grazie.
down on their knees going like,
Grazie.
thank you so much.
Thank you, Bezos. Thank
One
you.
day, one
Uh,
day,
It wasn't
all
just
that
one
money.
day. They were partying all week. They had parties every day
Right.
on islands around Venice and Venezia, and maybe Bologna. I mean, who knows where they were going? But everyone was there. From the Kardashians,
Yep.
and who wasn't there? Bloom was there.
Yep.
I mean, the guest list was large. Oprah
Oprah,
was there. Gail King, of course. Wherever Oprah goes, Gail King must go.
they're attached.
What a one-two punch.
Wow.
They were a one-two punch. But
Yeah.
Lauren Sanchez, once again, just to refresh our audience, and thank you for listening to
Yes.
Feeling You with Victor Brick Jacobs and PJ. Thank you for streaming it wherever you get your streaming services. Thank you so much.
And share it, please. Share it.
Please share it.
Yeah.
Lauren Sanchez, the history of Lauren Sanchez, my beloved bride Yuko Sakamoto,
Yes.
was the publicist uh, for an LA TV show, Extra, back in the 90s, and she used to book Lauren Sanchez for publicity, and
Yeah.
she booked him, Paul, with you and the Rick D
That's
show.
right. That's right. No, she did. And then you know what? I liked Lauren so much. She's a very sweet person that I used her to fill in and do the news for us. So she was a fill-in for us doing news. Can you imagine? Lauren Sanchez, she was working for us doing the news. It was incredible. But like I say, as you know, really sweet person. She just salt of the earth. So I'm glad, I'm happy if someone's got to make all that money and get it. Let it be her. Let it be Lauren.
Well, what a connection from
Yeah.
my beloved bride Yuko Sakamoto.
He set it
Gone the
up.
Ukes. Booking Lauren Sanchez on the Rick D show with you, PJ.
Here's
She goes
here's
on to
my
do the news on the show.
yes,
And of
here's
course,
my
goes on to fly helicopters and meet Jeff Bezos and become one of the richest people in the world.
now here's my plan. I'm going to do a reunion of our show, and I'm going to invite Lauren Sanchez,
Love it.
and she'll come, and we'll have our own little party with her. It won't be a 50 million soiree in Italy. It'll probably be more like, a $2,000 deal at Disneyland, but that's okay.
That's all right.
That's
Listen,
that, you know?
I think it was $50,000 a plate in Venice. I'm not sure for the
Yes.
for the main dinner,
Yeah.
but think of all the money you called it. What a boost to the Italian economy.
Woo.
And here are protesters say we don't want you
Oh,
here.
come on. Yeah.
To take your euros someplace else.
Yeah. But,
Uh,
yeah, well,
why
bring them
not?
here. Bring them here. Bring 'em
Bring
right
them
here.
bring them into America. I mean,
Yeah.
party in America. We have incredible places to pop, but they wanted the backdrop.
Yeah.
The famous canals. Come to Venice, California. We got canals too.
Come on. We'll
We
clean
got
them up
beautiful
for you.
canals here,
We do.
and we got the beach right next door.
And we got the beach. Yeah.
I
No,
mean, come on. I mean,
that was frustrating. That was
I think if they
frustrating.
rethought it, there would have been Venice, California,
Yep.
and then they go up to Malibu and
Come on.
and party there as
We'll go to
opposed to.
Nobu. We'll hang out at Nobu. We'll go to the Malibu
We have
beach.
better Italian food than Italy.
Come
I
on.
mean,
We'll
that's
do
the bottom
Malibu.
line. We have better cannolis. We have
We'll
better
do
cannelloni. We have better ravioli.
everything. We got the
Pasta.
brand new Pilates studio. It's Malibu Colony Pilates right
There,
there. I
there we
mean, come
go.
on. It's big. It's big. All the celebs are going to be going to it. Everybody should come. Let's go to Malibu. Let's do it.
I would match up the Malibu Italian restaurants with the Italian restaurants in Venezia. I
Yeah.
really would because
Yeah.
the Italian food in Malibu and Southern California,
Yeah.
unparalleled. Tutto bene, number one.
Bad.
That's
Yes.
tutto bene, number one.
Yeah.
But again, the magic
It all
of
works.
Venice, Italy, was the allure,
And
and
it worked for them. It
I
worked.
get it. It was an amazing weekend,
Yeah.
for Bezos, Lauren.
Victor,
Congratulations.
we have to wrap up, but we can't go without you telling your story about Joe Kelly because
Oh,
you have a story about Joe Kelly that is quite interesting. The Dodger pitcher who was the pitcher, right? And now he's been injured and hopefully he's going to come back. There's a chance he might come back and still pitch. He wants to pitch for the Dodgers. But what happened with him? He's coaching some little league team or something. What's going on with him?
he's coaching his son in a little league in Riverside, California,
Yeah.
and they had the other team's number. And Joe Kelly, of course, a Dodger icon, El Mariachi of the Dodgers, is coaching his son, 9-year-old son, and they're beating the other team pretty badly. And he's basically, shouting out instructions, loses his cap. He gets up. Some opposing dad punches Joe Kelly in the face,
Whoa.
punches him in the face.
That's
And
good.
Joe says, I think he's pressing charges. I mean,
Well, he should.
out of control.
What was that
I don't
about?
care if it's Joe Kelly. I don't care if it's Mo Kelly. I don't care if it's Bill Kelly or Bob Kelly. You know, this is ridiculous. You don't punch people. You don't resort to physical violence during anything. I mean, you know me. I'm
I
so
mean,
anti-violence. But
yeah, yeah.
during a baseball game,
And a kids
with
game where you're setting an example for the kids and you're not
exactly,
you're punching.
you're supposed to set that
Whoa.
example, and you're throwing a punch at Joe Kelly's face. Basically, he blindsided him. So whoever punched Joe Kelly,
Yeah,
on
please.
Joe Kelly, El Mariachi, you see the brick. You
Throw it in his
see
face. Throw it in his face.
It's a freak.
Yeah.
I don't believe it. Joe Kelly. Thank
That's
you,
a good
PJ,
throw.
for bringing
You
for
got that
bringing
guy
Joe
right in
up.
the face. You got that guy right in the face.
Oh man,
Good job
smack
with that play.
dab, man. How dare you?
That's really bad. I mean, I know we got to go, but just on that note, what's going on in sports in high school and stuff right now, they're on the air pleading with parents to relax. Do you know that there's a shortage of high school referees because they don't want to be beat
Abused.
up?
Yeah,
They don't want to be abused. They don't want to
yeah.
be screamed at. It's such a bad look for parents to sit in the stands of these games and do what they're doing. It's the wrong way to support your kid. It doesn't help anything. And it's taken away from the game and it's taken away from people that want to work in the games, like these refs and these umpires. They don't want to take the abuse. They don't get paid any money. It's like no money to do that job. And it's like, why are they doing it? So be respectful. Show some people some respect. Show your kids respect.
And this is the experience I'll always remember, PJ.
Yeah.
I know my little league experiences are still embedded in my memory banks. How wonderful it was,
Yeah.
the competition. The parents. They would cheer, but they would never exhort to violence
Yeah.
or punching other coaches out or just losing control like that.
Right.
But that was a long time ago. Things have changed. The
Yeah.
behavior patterns change.
Yeah.
It's very, very sad. But do it for the kids. This is their experience. This is what they're
That's
going to
right.
remember the rest of their lives.
This is
So,
it.
do it for the kids, man. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Do it for the kids.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm with you. Well, Victor, great job. Another fun show. Love the work.
Always.
You keep it up. You go dig for more information because we're coming back soon with another show, and I know you'll be like a hound dog out there digging and pulling for information.
That's what I do. That's
With
what
the
I do. And I
lovely,
know,
with
and
the,
I, you're digging as well. But we want to revel once again and congratulate Lauren Sanchez and Jeff Bezos on their beautiful wedding.
yes,
Tutto bene.
the bene.
Enjoy. And
Yes.
again, our pasta in Los Angeles is better than Venezia. I'm just going on record. Feeling you.
And our lovely Ukes, thanks to Ukes for all the gongs. Great job. Chris Donovan, our producer. Great
And
job.
and
Love you guys.
our
Appreciate it.
super graphics from
Yes.
Dave Cardona, graphic
And Dave.
master.
Big Dave.
Incredible. And love to Dave.
Yes.
Love to Chris.
Yep.
Yuko Sakamoto, my beloved bride. And thanks to you
Yes.
for streaming us all. However, you're watching Feeling You with Victor Brick Jacobs and PJ. Hey,
Out.
Feeling You.
Out, baby. Out.